Alrighty then. Successful Indie Author 5-Minute Focus, episode 1202. Change and growth. What did you used to do that you no longer do? I'm sure you have a long list of stuff that you think about and say, geez, I used to do this. I used to go outside and play with my friends. I used to play golf. I used to be on the local softball team. I used to do all this stuff. What aren't you doing now? And what are you doing now that you didn't do back then? That's evolution. That's growth. That's change. Sometimes it's shrinking, like not playing softball. Okay, that's kind of hard on the body. As you get older, it gets tougher. But there's over 50 leagues, over 60 leagues that you might be able to join in certain environments. Not here in Fairbanks, Alaska, of course, because it's freaking minus 13 out there. Minus 13 Fahrenheit, which is about minus a bazillion Celsius. And it's a little cold and snowy and nasty, and no, people aren't going outside to play softball. But those kinds of things exist. What did you do? And what do you do now? How do you fill the time that you're not doing that other stuff? When you're in high school, you had all different kinds of groups, your friend groups that you did things, Dungeons and Dragons, you met every Saturday and played. Well, you don't do that anymore, or do you? And how do you keep that up? Or why did you let it go? What could you do now that would be more like that? Change. Sometimes it's growth. Hey, I just don't have time for that anymore. Sometimes it's not. Like freeing your mind and playing. I think every human being needs to play a certain amount. But what are you playing at? How are you playing? So are you growing or shrinking? Just something to think about as you become more and more of an adult until you're the adultiest adult in the room. And then people will come to you with their problems and you have to advise them. What do you tell them? Do you change? Do you grow? Do you shrink? What are you capable of doing now? You have to be honest with yourself. This is that conversation. It comes back to, what can I do to keep me the healthiest? And playing softball, that sure as hell isn't one of the options, because I guarantee I'd get beat up and broken. I've got a bad shoulder. I don't want to have surgery on it. So I'll just not throw softballs and I'll be okay. So your time, the amount of time you have in the day today is exactly the same as it's been every day of your whole life. The amount of time. What are you doing with your time? Are you changing it for the better? Changing it for the worst? Are you growing or are you shrinking? What are you doing more of that you didn't used to? And I tell you, at my age, social media was never a thing until recently. And now, yes, spend too much time on social media doing stupid shit. Is that what you want to do with your life? Well, sometimes you have to. I mean, because I put my books out there. I maintain relationships. I do a lot of counseling, just advising, throwing out thoughts for people, for authors. Do a lot of that stuff. So yes, it's good. There's the bad side to it. Boy, I watch a lot of police chase videos because I just love that stuff. And I'm not driving that fast. I'm not going to chase after people, but hey, I can live vicariously here and cheer on the good guys. Change, priorities, and evolution. Those three things go hand in hand. Everything you used to do, you're not going to do everything you used to do. You're going to change. But what are you changing for? What did you like that you did that you can do now? And why aren't you if you did like it? Well, my wife doesn't like me playing video games on the main TV for 8 hours a day. Well, yeah, I'm with your wife on that one. You probably need to trim that back to maybe an hour and then do other things more valuable to the household during that time. Unless that's your job, and then hell yeah, do your job. What are your priorities? What do you do? What do you need to do to live a better life? And how can you evolve? As an author, boy, that answers a lot of questions regarding time, because there's always something you can do, especially as a self-published author. You can always do something, whether it's writing, whether it's planning, whether it's advertising, whether it's promoting a product, whether it's having conversation, whether it's working with fellow authors of your genre at your level. planning out anything, going to a conference, planning that, making some extra money to go to the conference, doing in-person shows, working on your shtick. There's so much you can do as an indie author that will take care of any of your time. Is that an evolution? Is it a hobby? Or could it be something a lot more? You have to be honest with yourself. What can you make of it? How much time are you going to commit to it? How much are you going to do to be a professional in something that you just use as a hobby? There you go. Stuff to think about. Change and growth. Are you growing or are you shrinking as you get older? Peace, fellow humans.